Hi, this is Tim from bn-games.com, and we're here doing a classic capture for Beatmania on the PS2.
By Konami in 2006.
And this here is the PS2 Beatmania controller. As you can see, it's kind of like DJ Hero. It's got a fully rotating turntable. You have the 5 buttons for the regular mode and 7 for the IIDX mode. You have your start and select buttons. You'll use this as your PS2 controller to go through the screens. As you can see, it's got the regular PS2 adapter. I hear you can use a Pelican one on the PS3, but it does have some input lag.
If I take this to a rave, Timmy, do automatically become the DJ of the show?
Yes.
It doesn't have the Euphoria button.
It also doesn't have its own lights, so...
Does it?
Well, this is the early version of it, so it is kind of a little primitive. I don't think the newer versions...
I wonder who it's made by.
Konami. Just some of the things. This is something I found interesting that we kind of just seen when we were actually playing with it yesterday. I've had this for a little while. Is this eject button that will actually disconnect the buttons, and you can't actually connect 2 of these for... It's like a professional mode and the IIDX mode. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I'm a little into Beatmania, not like some of these hardcore ones, but I do know you can. There are people that play these 2 at a time.
When you buy it new, does it come with acid?
No, because
do you get patched?
You figure this is the only version of it that came out here in the U.S., so most of the people who play this play the Japanese versions. Personally, I prefer those 2 because this one has 58 tracks that are all American licensed music. They're a whole bunch of mashups.
So do they get Japanese acid?
They don't do acid in Japan.
Oh,
whatever equivalent is there.
Alcohol?
Well,
sake.
That's what I had when I was there.
I've never heard of an alcohol patch, but I am sure it exists.
Because I mean, you would be surprised. This game is huge in Japan.
Oh, I can imagine.
No, I mean, I even got to play. I think it was, I don't know what style it was, but I believe the version was called Empress. It was the newest version at the time, which was about 3 years ago, and they still are pumping these games out one after another.
This intro music reminds me of Vector Man.
The whole thing, it was like, I'm entering the Matrix while playing Vector Man.
And it's that paint you want for your skyline.
Yeah, that color change.
So, does I played the first track that you're going to see. Timmy played the second. I don't like this kind of music at all, so I'm going to be very clear. And it's kind of difficult, the buttons...
Yeah, but I mean, it's something you got to get used to. I mean, even Guitar Hero is something that...
Oh, I'm not saying it's bad because the gameplay is bad, but it's got a shitty soundtrack for me.
And then we also kind of have to say that
Moby, of all people.
This is a precursor to DJ Hero, which,
And that had Queen, so that's automatically better.
It had Queen that was mixed with Daft Punk.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that was awesome. I still want that track.
So it was like the Matrix... Not the Matrix, Tron.
Yeah.
But in the 70s, because it's Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That works.
Yeah, but it's got that same, kind of DJ Hero thing where you are matching up colors, although this one is more, I would say, like Guitar Hero, where you have the button for each one. You have your white key, black key. On the far left, you have a scratch where you would just move the pad. There's no real way you can just, quick, or it has a free roam where you can just up and down as much as you want, as long as it's within the parameters. One of the things I will admit playing this on a newer TV is that there is a lag. I'm going to guess like signal lag, something, like Guitar Hero had and Rock Band has the calibration for. Something this game could greatly use for newer televisions, but I mean, obviously it wasn't made for that at the time.
So if you're playing this, you're better off playing this on an old...
Yeah, something older. I'm not sure if any of the newer versions have a calibration. I would think they might.
That would seem like one of those things that they would hopefully include.
Yeah. I don't know, did Guitar Hero 2 have one?
Yeah, Guitar Hero 2 introduced it.
And that was on the PS2, right?
Yeah, that was on the PS2,
yeah.
360.
Yeah, so I'd imagine they probably have that in the newer versions if you look into it. Definitely one I want to get, but I do know the newer versions from Japan go for like $80. Even used, they're just extremely expensive because it's really popular. But I mean, all in all, it's a really good game as far as that goes.
Yeah, but this is Moby. And
Are those heads trying to grow up the earth? Is that what's going on?
This is when Moby was relevant, if that's even possible to imagine.
Early 90s? The game was made in 2006, so I think it was still after the relevancy.
I mean, he looked...
That's kind of bad when you failed and you thought you were doing good.
No, yeah, no, that is one thing. I still do not understand the scoring system. Because even when one of the practice runs I didn't
good. Have enough glow sticks out to me. It rates you on how glowy you are.
It's like, how
you
close,
look a mouse?
How close can you get Daryl to the house?
Oh,
going back to the
inside joke.
Yeah, but I mean, you have this game. Yeah, you can also use multiplayer if you can get another controller. These controllers are a little hard to find now, and they can go for a lot. I got this one at Game Dudes for maybe like $20. I got it with the game.
I forgot to say, I actually did. I did this particular track. This is the only good track.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
game, period.
Yeah, B-52s. Yeah, I mean, that's why, I mean, granted, it's not our kind of music, and like I said, I like these games. I'm not into the music, but, I mean, I could play it on mute almost, but...
I'd rather play the Japanese version because that's all those crazy Japanese anime tracks.
Actually,
it's like playing Gundam, but
actually,
DJ.
The ones I kind of, the tracks, as far as any of the other ones I prefer the DJ Max series. Those, I think the tracks are better. Those are all Korean tracks.
That's the one with the glass and it wipes.
Yeah.
When we play the Japanese Vita.
Yeah. Yeah, remember that PSP game I had? It was like one of the first reviews I ever wrote for the site.
People still read that.
Yeah, well, I'd imagine people are going to watch this because, I mean, like I said, this is a very popular game.
I'm not saying it's a bad game, but the music sucks. Get some Ozzy in there. Yeah, thanks. And you're going to say, why don't you play Guitar Hero? Well, I don't want to play Guitar Hero.
I want to play it on DJ too.
I like to play Rock Band. I just wish it would stop crashing on me.
Hey, I heard that they're not doing DLC for that anymore.
They're not? Oh yeah, there's no DLC with this because it's the PlayStation 2.
There's no DLC, but there are expansions. Because even on the, I will say this game actually did start on the PS1 quite a time before this, because I think the controller is even smaller.
1997.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I do have that one. That one, it has like 4 or 5 expansion discs that you actually need the first game for. So, I mean, it is one of the kind of first games that you needed, you actually needed to buy. You could buy expansions for it, more content. Because I have one of the Japanese discs. I just got to get my hands on a copy of the original. I don't know if the PS1 game will work on this controller, though. Be something interesting to see.
I doubt it, considering it knew that it was looking for your specific one.
Yeah, and then like I said, I believe, because it's been a long time since I've seen it, I believe the PS1 controller is smaller. I think it's only like 4 button. I might be wrong, like I said. Questions and comments in the video, please.
And here's Timmy doing the last track that we're going to show you.
Yeah.
If you were expecting expert play, you've come to the wrong video.
Well, I did try the hardest song.
If you were expecting competency, look elsewhere.
Well, the thing is like on the PSP, I'm good with it, but then again, I'm playing it on like essentially a DualShock. So if I played this on the controller, I'd probably be better at it. But you almost have to have the buttons memorized from the manual in order to play it like that. And then it does specifically say in the manual that the game might not function properly if you use a regular PlayStation controller. So it's kind of iffy. I mean, yeah, this looks like the hardest song. But no, I did try a level 3 track, and I just I felt like I failed myself.
Yeah, it was toxic, which we didn't put in there because I was like,
no. I mean, you guys are gonna say how bad I am in the video anyway, so
compared to
I'd rather show a little bit of competency. Like, I mean, here I'm getting some goods, bads, and poor. Hey, perfect. Hey, yeah, I'm pro at it now.
You get sponsored.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Oh, and see here's the free scratch, which I mean, oddly enough, I mean, it's pretty accurate for just back and forth. Kind of almost think it's more accurate than the DJ Hero table.
Alright, everyone. Well, this was a classic capture for Beatmania for the PlayStation 2. It goes anywhere from $20 to $40 depending on condition.
Well, you can get the game by itself for like $5, but the controller is what you. Yeah. It's a bit harder to find.
You can find it on eBay. It's just gonna cost you a little more than your standard game. Yeah.
Also importing.
So please subscribe and let us know what you think. Thank you.